The neon hum of Neo Viridia was the last thing Jax remembered before the static hit. 1 minute he was weaving through the rain-slicked alleys of the lower sector. The next, the world dissolved into a high-pitched whine and a bitter smell like ozone and burnt sugar. The containment. When the blindfold came off, Jax wasn't in a warehouse or a basement. He was in a high-altitude transport, suspended in a magnetic harness. Across from him sat Vane, a collector for the Syndicate. Vane didn't want a ransom. He wanted the encrypted drive fused to Jax's neural lace. The extraction process is messy, Vane said, checking a glowing surgical laser. But the data is worth the cleanup. Jax felt the hum of the ship's engines. He wasn't just kidnapped. He was a package being prepared for delivery. But the Syndicate made one mistake. They assumed Jax's neural lace was only for storage. The breakout. Jax didn't struggle against the physical restraints. Instead, he closed his eyes and pushed his consciousness into the ship's local mesh net. System overload. He didn't try to fly the ship. He just sent a massive looping feedback command to the internal climate control. The distraction. Within seconds, the cabin temperature plummeted to freezing, triggering the emergency fire suppression fog. The move. In the blinding white mist, Jax used a localized surge to pop the magnetic locks on his harness. Vane lunged through the fog, the laser scalpel humming. Jax didn't wait. He kicked off the bulkhead, using the low-gravity turn of the ship to swing a heavy medical canister into Vane's chest. The leap. Jax scrambled to the airlock. The ship was screaming, alarms blaring in a rhythmic red pulse. He overrode the manual override and the door hissed open. The wind at 30,000 feet was a physical wall, freezing and violent. Below him, the lights of the city looked like a circuit board. He didn't have a parachute, but he did have a mag grapple built into his sleeve and a hell of a lot of desperation. Better a long drop than a short surgery, Jax muttered. He jumped. The free fall lasted an eternity. Just as the skyline rose up to swallow him, he fired the grapple. The line snapped taut, swinging him through the glass. Window of a luxury penthouse 3 levels. Below the clouds, he landed in a roll, glass shattering like diamonds around him. By the time the Syndicate ship circled back, Jax was already gone. Lost in the shadows of the city he knew better than anyone.